with our Super Shine Extender.
At the wrong time. Two men bent on revenge torch a nightclub. The man has burned over 90% of his body. Doctors said he wouldn't survive. He beat those odds. And tonight, Marcella Lee says there's a lot we can all learn from his story.
Oh, we certainly can. You never know when life's going to deal you a bad hand. For a man named Delbert Mc Coy, it was 35 years ago, but it's how he's dealt with his fate that's so inspirational.
Hi.
Hi, how you doing today?
Pretty good, pretty good.
That's good. What you got?
That's my book that I wrote.
You did?
Uh-huh.
Oh my God.
He has quite a story to tell.
The book is about my surgeries, when the fire first started, how I made it through, being burnt so severe.
I'd like to read about it.
Thank you.
One glance at Delbert Mc Coy, and you know he has suffered.
Hi.
Hello there.
Some who pass by stare. Others look away and walk on. But more often, people are drawn to Delbert and his friendly disposition.
I'm going to sign it for you.
They see a man with a kind soul and a warm smile, and they learn he was once a handsome young man. Delbert Mc Coy grew up in Detroit. One of 6 children, he recalls money was sometimes scarce, but his family was rich in love. In 1969, Delbert was 19, happily married and proud father of 2 girls. In his book, he explains, he worked 2 shifts at the factories to bring home good money.
I married young, a lot of energy, wanted to, do things to make one of my kids' life to be better than mine was.
But with the new year came a night that drastically changed his life. On January 12th, flames turned Delbert into a human fireball.
I'm surprised I even made it out of there, really.
He was standing in line at the bottom of a crowded stairwell at a dance hall in Detroit. Outside, 2 men had returned to the hall with a can of gasoline, upset that security had not allowed them inside. Delbert was the last person in line when the door suddenly swung open.
The door opened, somebody threw something in, and then they threw a match in, and it went up. People panicked in the staircase, and I ran up the stairs, I slipped down, I was laying in the fire. And
Delbert's entire body was on fire, but somehow he gathered the strength to crawl up the stairs. Moments later, the staircase collapsed. The next thing Delbert remembers is waking up in the hospital with burns over 90% of his body. Most of his skin melted off.
It was people in the intensive care that were dying around me, so quite naturally, I had never been hospitalized before, so I thought, this is the place they take you to die.
Doctors thought he would die, but slowly, over his 2.5-year stay in the hospital, Delbert got better. He's now had a total of 108 surgeries.
They had to rebuild my nose, they had to give me new eyelids, new lips, and now they're working on ears.
Up until just a few years ago, Delbert couldn't close his eyes. He slept with them open, constantly battling infections, until a local doctor came to the rescue.
Then she did some chemical work with me, and that relaxed the scar tissue over the eye, and that gave me a lot of relief there.
It's been a slow process. Insurance doesn't cover all of his surgery costs. So to make money, he used to sell candy outside of stores like this Rite Aid in Bloomfield Township. These days, he proudly sells his brand new book, The Fire in My Soul, the story of his life.
How much do you
It's $15.80 with tax.
In many ways, Delbert's dreams have come true. His daughters are successful businesswomen. He has 3 grandkids. And though he got divorced after the fire, he's now engaged. Still, when he looks back on his life, there is some sadness.
I feel somewhat cheated, but I'm not mad about it, God has a reason for what happened to me. That's the way I look at it. To help other people.
A man with such courage and strength. If you'd like to meet Delbert Mc Coy, he's going to have a book signing in about 3 weeks on Saturday, November 15th at the Holiday Inn in Southfield on Telegraph Road. For more information and to learn how you can buy one of his books, The Fire in My Soul, online, just head to our website at clickondetroit.com. Marcella Lee, Local First.
Well, the 2 young men who started the fire were convicted of using an explosive and sentenced to life in prison. 3 years after the fire, the state Supreme Court reduced the sentences, ruling gasoline is not considered an explosive. One man served 6 years in prison. The other was released after 8.